Hello, I'm Datmohawktho, and today I'm going to briefly talk about something which I'm going to cover properly in a later video. I'm going to talk about my music taste, because it's one of those weird ones that a lot of people have kind of mentioned in the past, but I quite like how my music taste works. I was raised pretty much on The Prodigy. Those of you guys who don't know, they're quite a heavy electronica band who I think started in like the early 80s maybe, and they were pretty cool. And I was pretty much raised on them, and I was kind of thinking about like how I went from The Prodigy to kind of going full circle. And basically the way I was raised on music was I started at The Prodigy. I was pretty much raised from about maybe 4 or 5 on The Prodigy, and then I ended up somehow at Lamar and Rihanna, which is a bit of an odd one for me. However, at the time they were literally the coolest things I had ever heard, as in literally they were the coolest artists in the entire frickin' world. And then I found my first proper rock band called The Rasmus. The Rasmus, those of you guys who've never heard of them, are, I believe they're possibly still together, I don't know. Yeah, they were an amazing band. They released that one song that everyone knows called In the Shadows, and they were incredible to me. They were like the gods of my new world that I just found. So, going from that theme, it would then come to no surprise that I then fall in love with bands like Cradle of Filth, Slipknot, Stone Sour, loads of other kind of musicians, and then I found a band called Alkaline Trio. Now, friends of mine who are going to watch this video will know that I have an obsession with Alkaline Trio, to the point of where on my leg I actually have an Alkaline Trio tattoo. That was done by Leo, who's a good friend of mine who works at Black and Gold Tattoos here in my hometown, and that kind of affirmed my faith in the band. But after a while, the 12-year-old me, who I didn't get that tattoo when I was 12, by the way. Just wanted to clear that up. Yeah. When I started listening to them, it became apparent that I was missing out on something, because all I would listen to was Alkaline Trio. As in, it once got to the point of where I had an iPod Shuffle with nothing but Alkaline Trio on it, and I would listen to that on loop for about 2 or 3 days. And then I started to discover other music, bands like Ed Guy, Six, My Chemical Romance, Muse, the list goes on. And so, moving on from that point, I then come to a stage where I'm now 20, and my iPod or my phone MP3 player thing consists pretty much entirely of a mixture of random stuff. I go from a mixture of listening to Frank Turner, to Beartooth, to My Chemical Romance, to Prodigy, to No Devotion. Loads of bands that a lot of people have probably heard of but wouldn't give a rat's ass about, or have heard of and really are dedicated to. That being said, Frank Turner fans who are completely dedicated, you terrify me, but I do love you all the same. I'm one of your many members, if you want, your army, and yeah, you guys terrify me with your dedication to Frank, but I appreciate it because it's nice to show someone that level of dedication. That being said, I do have a Frank Turner tattoo, so I can't really talk. But I guess really, one of the things that I love about my music, and this is kind of a brief introduction to my music, is my music has basically become like an eclectic mix. It's like when you go into like an old second-hand record shop and you find like Huey Lewis and the News, like The Power of Love, next door to Gorgoroth or something. The thing is, I would genuinely listen to those two bands because they're brilliant, and yeah, it very much surprises me how many people kind of, yeah, I'm covered in tattoos and piercings, but I listen to folk a lot. But hey, that's me. But anyway, enough about me. What are your 2 most out there bands that you listen to? 2 bands that completely contrast who you are almost as a person. For example, my biggest 2 are, one of my guilty pleasures is, once was, Nicki Minaj. And I used to listen to bands like Children of Bodom. So, I've just submitted that on the internet. I'm gonna go curl up in a ball somewhere and forget that I've just said that. In the meantime, do take care, guys. I might make a video tomorrow. I will see how I'm feeling. Tomorrow is in fact New Year's Eve, and I don't actually know what I'm doing, so yeah. But yeah, if you have plans for New Year's Eve, drop me a message and drop me a comment below. I will read all the comments that I get, and I will reply to them individually, so don't feel like I'm leaving you alone. Please talk to me. Alright, I will love you and leave you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like, favourite, comment, subscribe, whatever it is you YouTuber kids do. I'd also like to give a massive, massive, massive shout out to basically everyone who's helped with my blog. In fact, go check that out. It's Datmohawktho.wordpress. I'll also put a link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.